Hello, everyone. Welcome to C.E.S. Connect, the podcast. Navigating agility, maximizing impact, and embracing relevance. Today, we have Dr. Dumais, the Executive Director of C.E.S. Welcome, Dr. Dumais.
Thank you, Stacey.
We are going to start off today's podcast with our segment, All About Chip. So, first question is, what is your background and where did you grow up?
So I've been in education for over 3 decades. I grew up in Connecticut, went to school in New York State, and then have been going into school in Connecticut since then. So worked in a number of districts across Fairfield County, and ended up here at C.E.S.
Well, since you were leading us to that, what did you do before becoming the executive director of C.E.S?
An important part of becoming the executive director was being familiar with Fairfield County, and I had worked here for years, and understanding the superintendency. And so I was the superintendent for the Amity Regional School District prior to coming to C.E.S.
Excellent. Their loss, our gain. So, if you could be remembered for one thing, what would it be?
I would hope that everything that I've had some kind of involvement with, whether it be building the capacity of people or leading an organization or teaching in the classroom, that everybody who was involved somehow ended up in a better position. So I hope that my legacy is that the things that I've been involved with have generally been better than they were when I found them.
Excellent. So, what goals are you currently pursuing?
Professionally, CES is working hard right now to do a better job of reaching out to the people outside of our district and in our region and serving the people inside. And it really comes down to finding ways to demonstrate how much we value the people who work here and the people who we work for.
So, topic 2, describe your role as the executive director of CES.
Well, that's a great question because it's a good follow-up to what you just asked. As the executive director, a lot of the work that we do is leading the schools that we have here. And a lot of the work we do is supporting the districts in the CES region. So the job is really divided into looking inward at the organization and looking outward at the region.
Can you tell us more about what your focus for the agency has been, and then maybe some short-term or long-term goals?
We hit on that a little bit in terms of better serving our constituents, being agile in our work so that when state initiatives come out or opportunities come out or changes in education come out, we try to be ahead of them so that we can best serve the students and the families in the districts that are in the CES region. Currently at CES, we're working internally always on improving instruction and the services that we provide to our students. And externally, one of the interesting things we're working on now in terms of bringing that value to the employee experience is the concept of stay interviews. Lots of districts do exit interviews. Actually, it's part of the law now. And we've started doing stay interviews, talking to people about why they stay in the district where they work.
I think that's a great idea. And personally, as someone who's been with the agency her whole career of 28 years, knows that there are a million reasons why I stay. And so I applaud you. I think that's an excellent initiative that people should be able to share their work and what they're proud of. Thank you. I think you were leading us there, but the next question would be, what do you think is the biggest challenge in education today?
Oh my goodness, the biggest challenge today. I think that the schools for a long time provided education to kids. And that was very driven by what a very knowledgeable group of professionals thought would be best for students. And what we've really learned is that the student experience and the context of their lives is really important in them getting the best education. And so that schools are in the process of, and have been for years, shifting towards a truly student focused experience. And the challenge for schools is that our structure and organization did not develop with that in mind. So we hit up against a lot of things that are hard to change. And the schools in our area are doing a really good job of meeting the individual needs of kids. And it just requires a little bit more time, focus, and effort.
Excellent. Well, turning it more inward, what is your favorite productivity hack or the most underrated tool for an executive director?
Oh my goodness. Um, I think that phone tag is a little bit of a challenge,
Mm.
and so it's easy to avoid phone tag. I mean, cell phones are one thing, and but when office phones and lots of calls come in the office, scheduling return calls as opposed to saying I'll have that person call you back
Mm.
means that you have structure to that. You know when the person's going to call, and it's not a series of phone messages. I think it saves a lot of time.
Excellent. I'll have to look into that myself. That sounds like it would be a great benefit. Um, what are some of the most innovative or exciting projects that you've been a part of over the last few years?
Connecticut has 6 RESCs, and the RESCs have traditionally served exclusively their geographical region. And as schools have changed and as technology has changed, collaboration has looked different in
Mm.
terms of the RESCs working together. And in the last couple of years, one of the things that we've done to demonstrate our commitment to collaboration and working with our RESC partners is the purchase of Workspace Connecticut, a facility in Bethel on the line between CES and Ed Advance that serves not just both of our regions, but towns across the state. Um, and it is focused on design thinking, it's focused on teacher learning, it's focused on a student experience that is based in experimentation. So that itself has been an experiment, and we're happy to be part of that collaboration.
Wonderful. What has being the executive director of CES taught you?
The being a superintendent is um, one of the best parts of being a superintendent is that you have a greater ability to say yes to things because you understand all the elements of the budget and everything that's going on in the district. Being a RESC director is one step beyond that, where the way that the budget and financing is done, we can find ways to take advantage of opportunities that support districts. So when districts can't take a chance on something,
Mm.
sometimes we can take a chance on something. And whether it be through a pilot program or something else, we can really support districts in being able not just to say yes, but to say yes to things that a district might not be able to do.
What is one piece of advice that you'd give to someone starting out in education that's looking to become an administrator or an executive director, such as yourself?
Relationships can't be undervalued or
Mm.
can't be overvalued, I should say. The having not just connections in terms of an old boys network connection, but connections in terms of wow, there are lots of people doing great work on lots of problems that are common from district to district. And so having a network that allows you to access those people is really important for the work.
Well, it sure seems like being executive director means that you have to wear many hats. Fortunately, I have melanophilia, so I brought a few here today. I'm wondering, Which of these three hat choices speak to you and why?
I think that I would have to go with honoring my French heritage and choosing the beret.
Well, I applaud you for that. That is a prized piece from the border of Spain and France from Saint Sebastian. And there's no doubt that you could wear that beret with style and flair like no other. Now we have reached the point of the podcast where we will be asking all of our guests 5 rapid fire questions. These questions require instant responses that encourage you to blurt out the first answer that comes to mind. Ready?
Ready?
Set. Favorite music?
70s rock.
What's the best technology out there?
AI.
What's your favorite quote?
Getting back to 70s rock, what all your money won't another minute buy.
Okay, what song?
The Kansas, Dust in the Wind.
Oh, very good. Okay. What is your hidden talent other than song lyrics?
Uh, uh, yeah, well, you got me on that one. They're all going to stay hidden, I guess.
Okay, yeah. Otherwise, it wouldn't be. And now finish the phrase, CES is my...
Oh, favorite place to go every day.
Thank you, Dr. Dumais. So I think we are at our closing remarks.
Thank you very much for taking the time, Stacey. I appreciate it. Thank you all for listening, and I hope that you'll engage with us. CES is here to help and support, just a call away.
Excellent. Thank you. And I just want to give everyone a message that we deeply appreciate Dr. Dumais' presence here today on the podcast. I want to encourage everyone to tune in next month when we will have our next episode with our Associate Executive Director, Chris LaBelle. I want to give a big thank you to our member districts, our CES families and partners. Tune in next time. You'll learn so much more, and we hope you had a great time with us today. Take care. Bye.
Take care.